Ladies and gentlemen, it is an absolute delight to be here today, and I'm particularly excited because we're going to dive into the provocative and stimulating world of Build, an unorthodox guide to making things worth making. Now, before you get any fanciful ideas, let me clarify. This isn't your average self help or motivational puff piece. This book is a bare knuckled, no holds barred playbook chock full of wisdom for the modern maker, creator, and entrepreneur. So, let's embark on our journey through the top 10 insights delivered with the charm of an after dinner speech. But I must warn you, I'm not holding back on the wit. 1. Embrace the unorthodox. Hurdle over norms like a unicorn over rainbows. The unorthodox path is not merely opting to wear mismatched socks to a board meeting. No, my friends, it's about embracing the empty of possibility. Build suggests that we should look beyond the typical measurements of success. Forget what you've been told about the roadmap to success. Apparently, following the yellow brick road is out, and trailblazing through the wilderness is in. Inventiveness, we learn, comes from trying the unlikely, from concocting the impossible recipe, a pinch of crazy, a dash of risk, and a generous sprinkling of perseverance. 2. Jazz up your toolbox. Skills are your party tricks. The book implores us to become skill connoisseurs. This isn't just about being handy with a hammer or a whiz with a spreadsheet. It's about accumulating a quiver of talents so you can dabble, experiment, and create. The modern Renaissance man or woman isn't a thing of the past, only it seems they now wear jeans instead of velvet breeches. Skill acquisition is like learning to dance different genres. You might not bust out the Charleston at a hip hop contest, but wouldn't it be spectacular if you did? 3. The art of the side hustle. Your plan B could be your encore. The side hustle, the entrepreneurial equivalent of a secret love affair. Build proposes that your side project might just have the potential to be your standing ovation. Nurturing a project in the shadows of your main career can lead to unexpected success. And let's be honest, who doesn't love a good surprise ending? By nurturing a side hustle, you're effectively dating your passion, and if things get serious, you might just elope. 4. Fail gracefully. It's the high-flying trapeze act of learning. Now, we're not advocating seeking failure for the sake of it, like some masochistic hobby, but Build emphasizes the importance of failing well. Failure is the entrepreneurial world's equivalent of spinach to Popeye. It's fuel, even if it does leave a peculiar taste in your mouth. To fail gracefully is to tumble, do a somersault, and land on your feet while the crowd applauds. It's not just about bouncing back, it's about bouncing forward, preferably with a few new tricks in your repertoire. 5. Leadership is about more than just charisma. It's about creating more leaders. Leadership isn't just about having the loudest voice or the most followers on social media. Build argues that true leadership is measured by how many leaders you create. It's about unlocking the potential in others, fostering a symphony of talents, and potentially conducting the grand operatic performance of team synergy. In essence, the best leader is a talent gardener. Instead of watering plants, you're watering people. 6. Cultivate your own work culture like a bonsai, with patience and constant pruning. Let's be real, who wouldn't want a workplace culture that rivals the serenity of a Japanese Zen garden? Cultivating your work culture, according to Build, requires patience, thoughtfulness, and a little bit of obsession over the details. It's the fine art of continually shaping and perfecting an environment, like a bonsai, until you have a miniature utopia, where every leaf and twig, or in your case, every policy and perk, is in harmonious balance. 7. Innovation isn't a lightning bolt, it's a power grid. Ever waited for that eureka moment? Well, Build suggests you might wait forever. Innovation is not a single stroke of genius, it's a whole network of ideas, efforts, and errors. It's less of a divine spark and more like constructing a city's power grid. You'll lay cables of creativity, erect poles of persistence, and once you flip the switch, the city lights up with invention. 8. Learning is a contact sport. Get your knees scraped. Apparently, learning isn't a stroll through the library, it's a full-blown rugby scrum. To truly understand something, Build tells us we must dive in headfirst and get dirty. Like any contact sport, you anticipate some bruises along the way, but those are the metals of a mind engaged in the thick of the action. It's not called the School of Hard Knocks for nothing. 9. Don't just build products, build meanings. In the factory of insights Build provides, we learn that creating a product isn't the grand finale. Products, it seems, are merely vessels for meaning. What we're really in the business of is building connections, experiences, and sometimes even identity. What you're truly crafting is the recipe for memories, souvenirs of the human experience. Unless you're making plungers, in which case it's souvenirs of human experience. 10. The best measurement for success, the Smilometer. Forget your spreadsheets, analytics, and KPIs for a moment. Build highlights an unusual metric: joy. If what you build brings smiles to faces, including your own, then you've hit the jackpot. Success, as it turns out, isn't always in the profit margin. It's glazed in the contentment of creation and the laughter in the break room. In other words, if you're grinning like a Cheshire cat at the end of the day, you're probably doing something right. Dear curious minds and restless hands, as we close the covers on these 10 takeaways from Build, let's remember that true mastery in creating things worth making is as much about imagination and boldness as it is about strategy and skill. It's the challenge of drawing outside the lines while coloring in a masterpiece. And so, as we venture back to our endeavors, let us do so with the unorthodox spirit, the fervor for learning, and the undeterred resolution that Build so ardently embodies. Thank you for joining me in this literary escapade. May your own builds be ever worthy, delightfully unorthodox, and yes, perhaps a bit bonkers in the best possible way.